What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Coding with Kevin. Today we're going to keep things short and simple because we're just talking about a footer. And that's it. So let's go. So before we get into things, I just want to remind you guys, if you think this stuff is valuable and you're enjoying watching me, hit the subscribe button down below and put the notification bell on so you can get notified when we start the CSS, which is coming next video. So without further ado, here we go. All right, we've got our VS Code open. We're gonna type in foot, hit enter, Emmet abbreviation for the win. And we're gonna go to MDN, and I'm gonna make some clarification on this description, but it says the footer element represents a footer for its nearest sectioning content or sectioning root element. A footer typically contains information about the author of a section, copyright data, or links to related documents. So in this example, they're using the article tag, which is common in websites that are news related or blog related or even magazine articles, right? In our specific example, we could be using a footer element in one of our section elements, right? It's a very dynamic tag that we can use, but what people most commonly associate the footer element with is going to be here at the bottom. This is what people most identify a footer element as. We can tell this because we right click, we click inspect, and if we just bring our cursor over footer, it highlights the bottom of the web page. We're not going to focus on all of that. And those are very common items that we'll focus on when we get into our CSS phase. But what I do want to talk about is our usage notes, specifically the address element. Now, we'll go into an example of that, but the address element is when you're displaying contact information. It could be another link, it could be an email address, it could be a physical address. If you just think of contact information, that's what goes inside the address element. And then a final note, because last time we talked about accessibility, it tells us, hey, the VoiceOver screen reader, I believe that's a brand of screen reader, it has an issue where the footer landmark role is not announced. So again, when you tab through a website, the screen reader will announce where you're at. Another reason why we want proper semantic HTML. So it tells us, hey, if you want to fix this, just add this to the footer element. Again, I'm not going to go into details as to what that means right now. We'll talk about that at a later date. If you guys want, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to go into more details on accessibility and how we can add those into HTML. But we're going to go back into our VS Code, and we're going to type add and hit enter. So here, you don't have to add another tag like a paragraph tag. The address is essentially the holder for your text. So we could do brought to you by, and then we might take a link. We might say, we'll just add the pound tag there. This guy. We're going to add an element called a line break, okay? It's just BR, and we'll hit a space there, but it's BR. If you hit enter, it adds a line break. And then you could say locate us at, we'll add another break, 1, 2, 3, something lane, break, the moon in outer space. And we'll add another break, call it a day. We're going to hit save, and we're going to take a look at what this looks like. Refresh. And now you can see something interesting here. It's automatically in italic font. That is traditional styling that HTML5 is adding as the address tag. You can definitely edit it. We can talk about that in the CSS, but as a default, that's what it goes to. We can see our link here, bada boom, and then we can see there are our lines broken into different lines. Pretty cool. Finally, we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna add a div tag, and we're gonna do a paragraph tag ×2 and hit enter. We're gonna add the copyright info, and I'm gonna show you a nice trick. So we're gonna say index HTML fun in that one, and again hit tab to go to the next paragraph tag. And a trick to add the copyright symbol is and copy and then a semicolon. And then we'll just do 2020. And we'll hit save. We'll go back on over to our index, refresh it, and there you go. You can see our copyright symbol is right there. And you can figure that out. It's really easy. If you forget, you can just do copyright HTML, and it'll actually say, okay, sweet, this is the HTML that you need to enter to actually get that symbol. Rapid Tables is what it's brought to you by. There's a lot of different HTML codes that you can just program in. As you can see down here, all the characters that are on the top of your keyboard actually have some of the HTML codes associated with them. So feel free if you want to go through all these to, I guess, just have some fun. The most common one is going to be the copyright info though. You can see the extra codes down here, and right here is our copyright sign. All right, next video is gonna be with some CSS. So hey, if you guys think of any styles or any cool effects that you've seen across the web, like when you hover your mouse over something and it does something cool, or if you got any other things that you want to be like, hey Kev, how do you do this? Well, leave them in the comments section below. Let me know your thoughts, and until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye guys.